Welcome to the Always Sunday podcast. Lucas Kloss, Eli Cron, Joel Mendelson. Got a lot to get to today. We're not doing Would You Rather because Eli was going to be all over Kirk Cousins if I put him in anything. So we're going to skip that today. We will have some trivia wars, and all the answers to that are not, if it's the most yards per game, it's not going to be Kirk, just to be clear. And we're going to do a little fortune telling when it comes to quarterbacks winning the Super Bowl in the next 5 years. But start with a couple of smaller stories. I'm going to start with Joel's favorite team, Dallas Cowboys. Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk says the Cowboys are willing to let Dak test the market in 2025. Joel, initial reactions to this?
Initial reaction is yeah. We need new life in this team. I'm over it. Get him out of here. Get everybody out of here. I don't know. The roster's not the problem. The coach is not everybody's the problem.
So you're selling big time. You want Mike McCarthy out of there too?
I want everybody gone.
Yeah, honestly.
Actually, almost everybody.
I don't know how Mike McCarthy didn't get fired after last season, but I'm not paying Dak big money. No chance.
If it's broke, you got to fix it, and it's a problem. It's a serious problem. Their offense, their defense, playoffs are just shambles. So, I mean, it sucks to get rid of Dak because he's good in the regular season, right? He's a great quarterback, but there's just something there. There's no killer instinct when it comes to the playoffs, and yeah, I think it's time. You need to try someone else, even if it means you're going to go through a rebuild. The fans, they think they're unhappy now. Poor Dallas fans in a couple of years if this actually happens. That's going to be a bad rebuild.
Yeah, the roster is going to be absolutely horrific. Okay, next, the Titans, pretty eventful offseason. Calvin Ridley to help D-Hop. They bring in Tony Pollard to help Eli's guy, Tajay Spears. Get a new center because their O-line was terrible. Do you think that Will Levis can thrive on this team next year?
I think he has a better chance for sure. I think we've seen he's got the arm talent. He can throw the long bombs. He's still young, man. Give him time. Give him a couple of years to develop here. Don't count him out just yet. So, yes, I think these additions will definitely help him in his career.
I don't think that Will Levis is going to be the issue in Tennessee, but I still think Tennessee is like an unserious team. They just consistently trade away their best players. So I don't really get it. I don't think they're going to be good, but I don't think Will Levis is necessarily going to be bad.
Yeah, I'm not out on Will Levis. I liked what I saw. Some things from last year, other things obviously needs to be cleaned up. But, I mean, we're so spoiled with what quarterbacks do now where it's just like, be good right now. Be CJ Stroud or I hate your guts, basically. But I'll give him a chance. I mean, NFC South is, I think, a bit better than we all thought. Okay, next. NFL. Ban the hip drop tackle, Joel. Like or dislike?
Bull. Dislike. You can't. What? You just can't tackle somebody if you're running behind them now. It's just basically they don't want them to fall on their legs, right? But dropping your hip, how do you tackle without dropping your hip? What the does that mean? It's such bull.
Yeah, I was thinking when I first saw this, I saw them looking at it, and I was like, "There's no way they're going to ban that, right?" Because it's Mark Andrews and Odell obviously suffered from it last year, but it's like if I'm chasing George Kittle from behind. And I'm a 190-pound cornerback. Am I supposed to get that man on the ground? Animals drop their weight to get heavier prey down. What on earth are these guys supposed to do? I don't get it. You're not going to dive head first into somebody's legs. You're going to get absolutely concussed into the next generation, Eli.
I get how the NFL is trying to make ways to lessen the injuries, trying to get creative about it in any way they can. But, yeah, I agree with you guys. This is just not it. Try to help lessen injuries in other ways of the game, but injuries are bound to happen. This is the NFL we're talking about, one of the highest intensity sports. So, yeah, you can't just get rid of this type of tackling. It's integral to the game so far. I don't get why they would even try to.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those things that's honestly rarely going to be called because it's going to be so annoying and never called in the playoffs because that's just going to piss people off. Okay, next. One of my favorite teams ever, the Buffalo Bills. Sean McDermott said it's narrow-minded to think that in the past couple of years with Josh Allen, and while McDermott's obviously been there, that they have not had success. Joel, agree or disagree with that?
Probably if you're in it, you agree because they have winning seasons, they make the playoffs. But from an outside point of view where it's all about championships, you haven't been successful at all.
Eli?
I kind of agree. They've been successful, but winning a championship is the hardest thing to do. Only one team gets to do it every season. Can you not give them some credit for getting to where they are? They're an unreal team most seasons. They're competitive in the playoffs. Everyone gives them an edge over competitive teams that should beat them. And it's I think you have to give them some credit, man.
The only credit I give them is for winning a division that they should win, but at least they're not losing it. But other than that, no, I think it's absolutely absurd. Narrow-minded, my ass. They have an elite quarterback, whether you want to say he's the second best quarterback or the third best in the league, I don't care. But since 2018, the teams that have had more success than Buffalo, Chiefs, obviously, Bucks, Rams, Eagles, Niners, Bengals, arguably the Ravens, not going to push that too hard because there's an argument to say not. But look at the teams that are trying to win a Super Bowl or that at least have a quarterback where you expect that they should get places. Dallas, Ravens, if you want to look at them, Jags, they have failed, not succeeded. So just like the Bills, I think it's absolutely absurd. And I think McDermott, as usual, I think has to go because for some reason everyone thinks that this is the team every year, but they're not. They're not. Okay, last one. And most interesting, you could say, today, Stefon Diggs traded to the Houston Texans. They get a second-round pick for this year. They give up. They sent a fifth-round pick for this year and sent a sixth-round pick for next year. Eli, what is your initial reaction when you saw this trade for both teams?
A second-round pick for Diggs? Are you crazy? How is that all he's worth, man? I thought for sure at least a first round and maybe a proper asset, but what? Only a second, man? Like, he was leading the league or close to it in receiving yards for many seasons, man. Like, he's been one of the NFL's top wide receivers. And last year was a little bit of a breakdown for him. But, like, I just can't get over it. It was only a second-round pick.
I was expecting a third or lower, honestly. Players don't get traded for in the NFL. And, like, second-round pick is pretty fair, honestly. My initial reaction for Buffalo was, oh, they're not going to be good. And my initial reaction for the Texans was, I wish I was a Texans fan because they're going to be fun to watch going forward. And I'm calling it now that when the Cowboys get eliminated before the conference championship, I'd like to become a Texans fan.
I mean, for the Texans, I think they're like a Super Bowl likable team now. They're super fun to watch. I love C.J. Stroud, great at the podium, great on the field. For the Bills, not surprised that all they got was a second rounder and had to send away some late round picks for this year and next year because they all knew, every team knew that they had to get rid of Diggs. The dude is locker room poison. You know, people in the media brought up to him like, you know, you a big part of, you know, I don't think it's fair to say that you're a big part of like Josh Allen's success. And he's like, you sure? It's like, bro, he's literally like calling out his own QB. Other people like have leaked that Josh Allen has said he's getting a little annoyed with the antics from Stefon Diggs. Like everyone knew at the end of last season, he was not throwing him the ball. They were not buddies. He had to go. For the Texans, I think it's a pretty good get. Tank Dell had injury issues coming out of college and was great last year when he was healthy, but can he stay that way? Not sure. As far as Buffalo goes, is like, you know, are going to be bad. I don't think they're going to be bad. I just don't think that they're going to be nearly as impressive as they could be. I think they're going to win the division by default and get knocked out early as usual.
Wait, what do you think a guy like Jamar Chase could then get if he was to be traded from the Bengals? Like
now?
Yeah, right now.
At least a first, without question. Without
See,
question.
that's crazy though. Like I feel like Diggs is pretty close to his level, and he's a little bit older. But are you kidding me?
He's older and he's proven to be locker room poison, not on one team but two teams already. And Jamar Chase is nothing like that.
Poison my ass, but I think skill talks. Okay,
I don't know,
skill
man.
talks.
Yeah, it's like I was
does
pissed when the Cowboys traded a first for Amari Cooper. It was like, really? Like Amari Cooper, we're trading then we traded him for like a fourth 2 years later.
Yeah, you got rid of him way too early. It was very strange.
I just think Diggs is just such a game changer. Like he's been that way. He's been that way for the Bills, and it's like any team he goes to, he's gonna be unreal. Like he's double covered most games. He draws coverages out like crazy. Just for that alone, he's
but
such
here's
a
something. Are you confident
for any team?
We know that Nico Collins is already the guy for C.J. Stroud. Tank Dell was fantastic for him. So are you confident that, like, if they're getting a bunch of balls thrown their way and Diggs, even if they're winning, because Diggs has shown in playoff games, it doesn't matter if they're winning, he wants the ball and he'll throw a tantrum for it. And so are you confident that in Houston, he's just going to be like, oh, no, I'm fine with this. I'm all about winning.
Yeah, his whole mindset is going to change from snowy old Buffalo to nice Houston. No, he's fired up to be there. And hey, I'm not a Diggs lover. Listen, I'm not a Diggs lover by any means. I don't like his little antics he pulls. I'm not. I'm also a crazy Bills fan, but I just think this was absolutely absurd, right?
That's absolute delusion and the definition of insanity. Okay, moving on. Time for some fortune telling.
I can say that.
I'm going to give you guys some QBs here, and you tell me whether or not you think they're going to win a Super Bowl. Not make it, win it in the next 5 years. And we might as well start off with Josh Allen. Eli, why don't you kick us off here?
Yes, he will. Josh Allen is winning a Super Bowl within the next 5 years. No Stefon Diggs. This won't be a problem. I think this team is just going to keep running at it. They're just going to keep trying. You keep getting in the playoffs. Give yourself a chance. They're bound to get one. Whether it's through luck or skill, something's going to fall for them. It's going to fall soon.
Yeah, luck has really fallen Bills' ways when it comes to Super Bowls. Joel?
I'm going hard no, because I don't know how many of these Super Bowls are going to be won by Patrick Mahomes. I'm assuming at least one, minimum, probably two.
At least one.
And then who else is going to sneak in there? I don't think it's going to be the Bills, at least not how they're looking before this season.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Joel. I didn't think Josh Allen and the Bills were Super Bowl contenders last year. And everyone, loves to blow these guys because they're 3-time bronze medal finalists. But it's like, okay, at some point you got to start winning some or even getting there. And the one conference final they made to, they got absolutely torched. And I don't believe it. They're getting worse. They're kind of in cap hell. The Von Miller contract is a disaster. And I think McDermott needs to be fired before they have any chance to even talk about a Super Bowl. So next, Lamar Jackson.
I'm going to go yes.
Wow.
I can't do yes. Oh, I just thought about it because I'm going to do yes for a different AFC. Okay, fine. I'm going to say yes. It's a good coach. It's a good team. They always have a great roster. If Eric Henry can stay healthy, then they're a Super Bowl contender this year. But, I don't know, man.
Okay, super on the fence.
No, I don't think they are. We saw it this season. Lamar Jackson shrunk in the playoffs. That game before the championship, and it's just like that gave me no hope that he could ever win meaningful games and win a Super Bowl. There's also a known fact about him. He shrinks in the playoffs, so I don't think so.
Here's the thing. I'm going to say no as well. I don't necessarily agree with the large narrative that he shrunk in that playoff game against the Chiefs because I think the staff failed him more than anything. Run the ball. This is what you guys do. This is what you're known for. And the Chiefs with Mahomes, who we can all agree is a way better thrower of the ball than Lamar Jackson, they're running the ball more than you are. That's absolutely absurd. I think they just panicked in that game, and the coaching staff completely gave it away. But now they have gotten worse as a team to me, and I don't know if they're going to be back here for a while. I think they're going to take a step back this year. So I'm going to say no as well. My guy, Trevor Lawrence. Eli, you start.
No way, man. Trevor Lawrence, that long-haired little piece of ain't going nowhere. I don't see anything with him. I don't think he has the skill nor the charisma to get there. All right? There's no way.
Didn't know there was a charisma factor when it came to winning Super Bowls,
there is.
Joel.
Let me tell you something. Trevor Lawrence is on the express train to becoming Phillip Rivers. That's what I'm saying right now.
My.
He will be Phillip Rivers when he retires. Just a great talent, fun to watch. Never really won anything, did he? That's who Trevor Lawrence is going to be. Look it.
Okay, that's not who Trevor Lawrence is going to be. That's who Justin Herbert's going to be. That's who Justin Herbert already is. I'm also going to say no, and this hurts me. But something's weird about that team right now. Doug Peterson's on the hot seat to me. I think if they underachieve badly this year, I think he's out. I don't know what's going on. Something about playing in the rain also when I watch Trevor Lawrence. He just loves to fumble in the rain. And he's not tiny hands Goff or tiny hands Pickett. So it really confuses me. But
getting swept up by the rivers.
You make me absolutely sick to my stomach. You Trevor Lawrence guy, but I will sadly say no. One of us here is objective, Eli. Okay, CJ Stroud, Joel?
Not in the next 5 years. I think yes for his career, but 5 years, I already said yes to Lamar. I have to factor in my couple of Mahomes Super Bowls too. I'm assuming one NFC team.
One Mahomes. You still got a couple to work out.
And one NFC team's probably going to win too. So I'm going to say yes for the career, no for 5 years.
I agree with Joel. No in the next 5 years. They got kinks to work out. They're not going to win it that early on. Lots of rookies, young team. Give them some more years down the line. I can see it.
I'm going to say yes. I think with star quarterbacks, I think it's really important to get the Super Bowl early on his rookie contract. I don't think it's going to be this year. I could definitely see it next year or the following years, maybe not in year 5. But there's a stat out there that all elite quarterbacks have won with their first coach in their first 5 years. Breeze, Manning, Brady, Big Ben, Josh Allen, by the way, that ship has sailed. Mahomes. So I think CJ Stroud, D'Amico Ryans, I think it's happening first 5 years. Book it. Okay, next. Brock Purdy, Eli.
Yes, I think he's going to win. His time has to come here. That team is just so dialed in. They're going to make it to the Super Bowl. They're going to make it to the Super Bowl again this next season, I think. And, man, you got to give him a shot. You got to give him a chance. Give him his flowers, man. He's a great quarterback. He's a good system quarterback, and that's all that team needs. I think the Shanda plan will work.
Is he better than CJ Stroud?
It doesn't need to be.
Doesn't need to be. Okay.
His team is.
His team is arguably, but maybe not in the coming
arguably,
years.
Not arguably. Not arguably. Everyone would agree with me.
Arguable.
No, it isn't, man.
Joel?
No, the 49ers are way better than the Texans.
Really? What happens when they lose Brandon Ayuk? They already lost Trace Young. What happens when they start losing some of these other players? Or that
He's not gone yet. Don't think about that. He's not gone yet.
Okay, don't think about it. Oh, so we're just shutting our eyes.
No,
we're playing.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Oh, okay.
49ers right now, they're better than the Texans.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
I completely disagree.
Completely.
Wait,
Joel, you go first.
The Texans signed Daniil Hunter, though, right?
I believe so.
Their defense was good last year, and they made some good ads. Sorry, who were we on? We were on Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
My trust in Kyle Shanahan is dwindling each year. I am a big advocate of he's amazing at designing a run play. I'll tell you that. But they just keep it up consistently, like every time, and it's not even like they don't always get beat. They beat themselves even sometimes. But I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell, I'm definitely saying no as well. They had to get this done.
Shocker.
First of all, coming into the Super Bowl, the Lions and the Packers both had them and gave it away completely. And then the Niners, Shanahan always finds a way to lose a game late, and it's getting absolutely ridiculous at this point. I'm not saying I'm going to fire Shanahan because that's absurd. I think he's like one of the best offensive minds in the league, if not the best. I'd probably put him second after Andy Reid. But with Brock Purdy, no, because right now he's still getting paid absolutely nothing. I'm not going to shut my eyes like Eli is saying, don't think about it, Ayuk. No, you could lose Ayuk. The defense already was dealing with problems last year. They fired the defensive coordinator for the second year in a row. And Kittle, again, I don't know how to keep harping on this, but he keeps doing nothing in their biggest games. And that is just a massive issue when he's getting paid more money than anyone else at his position. So I'm saying no, I'm totally out.
The only reason the 49ers lost to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs this season was because of Mahomes' magic, putting his team on his back and making these crazy drives to win the game, because the 49ers were up for most of that game. If they play anyone else, if the Chiefs get out to anyone else on the way to the final, then that's 49ers Super Bowl written all over it, man. Think about that.
True at all.
My memory's a little foggy, but I seem to remember some major time mismanagement again by Kyle Shanahan.
As usual.
But
yeah,
Mahomes,
that's a big problem.
Mahomes still had to pull off his magic with not many minutes left and making touchdown drives or field goal drives. And it's like not every quarterback can do that. In fact, only a tiny amount can.
Right, but it wasn't magic, man. It wasn't magic. It was just he's a great quarterback, and the Niners don't have that. And it wasn't anything to do with any sort of magic. That defense for the Niners played better in that game than they had the entire postseason. So it's like, are they consistently going to do that again? I don't think so.
Yeah, but lots of quarterbacks can throw it away in the final 4 minutes when all the pressure is on them in the Super Bowl too. Like you can't just throw that away as a Mahomes. Anyone can do that. No.
Eli, what do you think is going to happen when they have to pay Brock Purdy the bag? Not this year, but the year after. What do you think is going to happen?
Chance.
Yeah, hey, they'll have to make a decision, but I'm saying next year, it's 49ers year, man.
Oh, wait, this is like a pre-Super Bowl pick already. They're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
I think they have a great shot, yeah.
Wow, okay. Got to move on here. 2 more. Joe Burrow. Joel?
And it breaks my heart, but the team gets worse and worse, and everybody's just like, "Oh, but it's Joe Burrow," and I love that, but I don't think there's not enough for me there to hold on to there. He gets injured too much, and I don't want him to be injury prone, but he does, and they lose part of their defense, and T. Higgins wants out. It's a disaster.
Yes, Burrow is going to win. All right, we've seen his talent. We've seen what he can do. I mean, that Super Bowl against the Rams, so close. I think that gave him enough confidence to be able to go into another playoffs healthy, and I think he can do it. He has the talent. We've seen it.
I'm going to say yes as well. Now, this is my third yes here, so I'm really running out. Yeah, but you know how big I am on Joe Burrow. I think he's better than Allen. I think he can elevate everyone around him. And when it comes to the playoffs, no one wants to run into Joe Burrow ever because he's smashed the Bills in the playoffs. The Chiefs, he has a winning record against them. They want no part of it. So I think that they're like a problem no matter what. Now, the time is ticking, like I said, about that stat about winning a Super Bowl in your first 5 years as the coach. Time is ticking on you, Zach Taylor, because I don't want to see any more nonsense. Burrow's got to stay healthy as well, but I'm going to say yes. Okay, last one. Jordan Love. Eli, you start.
No, I don't think so. This is the Green Bay Packers team. They got magic, but I still think it's a tough. They're in a tough conference. I don't think they'll be able to get to the finals and beat these big teams. Like, I don't think they'll beat the Lions in the playoffs. I really don't think they'll be able to. So, yeah, no.
I hope not. Oh, I'm gonna go yes. Ugh.
Put your long-standing biases aside for all the times that the Packers.
No, I'm using my long-standing bias exactly. They're going to win a Super Bowl. I don't know. I can't believe that after all this time, they're even better now. They have a smarter coach and a younger quarterback, and it's like watching him play in the playoffs last year was scary. Ugh.
Yeah, the Packers are so ridiculous. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, like it's absolutely disgusting. That's not supposed to happen. When you lose a Super Bowl Hall of Famer like Tom Brady or Drew Brees, your team is supposed to be and the Packers just keep finding a new guy to run it. I'm going to say yes, boom. That's 4 quarterbacks in the next 5 years. He is going to win a Super Bowl. I love what the Packers have done recently. I think it's going to be soon, too. Real soon. Hint, hint.
You only have one Mahomes in the next 5 years?
One Mahomes in the next 5 years.
That's dumb. That's real dumb.
Well, it hurt me as well. Hey, Brady went a decade without winning a Super Bowl, so check it. Check your facts, all right?
Okay.
Now, my only problem with making this was I really like Caleb Williams, and I think the Bears are going to be Super Bowl contenders, not this year, but going forward. So that's the only thing where maybe, they're the Bears. I took the dysfunction into account. But, yes, I love what the Packers have done. I love Jordan Love. Oh, look at that. They're going to win one very soon. Okay.
Love.
Fox Sports released their projected over-unders for each team. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do, and I'm going to do it too, give me one team. We're going to start with just the over for the AFC, and we're going to do the same thing for the NFC, and then we're going to do the unders. But, Joel, starting with you, just give me your team that is going over in the AFC.
Houston Texans over 9.5 wins. Book it, money.
I mean, I love that.
There's so many games too. Come on, they're 12 wins at least, I think.
Yeah, I feel like they just did that because they didn't know like what team is going to win that division. But yeah, okay, I love that. Eli, what's your over for the AFC?
Cincinnati Bengals over 10.5. It's a Burrow bounce back season. I've been saying that. I believe this team. I really do.
Yeah, I also agree with that. I think they're winning division if he stays healthy. Bucket. Okay, I'm going with Pittsburgh Steelers 7.5. I think they're going to make the playoffs. 7.5 when I saw that was just absurd to me. So. We all agree they're better than last year, right? On paper, at the very least.
I don't know.
Dude, they
Russell
had
Wilson, is he better than Kenny Pickett? That's a tough call.
Yeah.
That's a tough call.
Barely, but yeah.
It's weird, man.
He might be washed, but he's better. But it doesn't matter. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season, man.
He's way better.
He shows that he can just get it done with any little bag that they bring in.
I can't believe you're using that Steelers fan stat. But it's so
he does it every year.
He does it every year.
The numbers don't lie. Like these guys are going to win at least 9 games. 7.5. So if they win 8, even if they have their first losing season, he still gets it.
There's bound to be one shite season, though. There has to be.
Well,
like, come on.
I thought that. Clearly thought that. Dude, they have had some shite teams and still have gone like 8-8 and not had losing records. So whatever qualms I have with Mike Tomlin, they get it done. Okay, now we're gonna do. Okay, no puns from you. All right, we're gonna do the unders now from the AFC. Eli, you go first.
Cleveland Browns under 8.5 wins. Jameis Winston, you ain't getting 7 wins. You ain't getting 6. I'll give you 5, but that's generous.
Wait.
That's
do you
generous.
think he's gonna start the whole season though?
That's a good point. But who else is going to come in? Some other has to learn their system. Like that's not good
Deshaun
either.
Watson, man. You really think Deshaun Watson's not going to be the actual starter?
Ever since he signed that massage contract, I think that he hasn't been able to play his game since. Like, have you seen one game where Deshaun Watson looked like his past self? Like, I feel like he holds the team back more than he helps them.
There was one random game where he actually looked like himself. It was weird. I think it was against Baltimore.
And then he hurt
or something.
himself. He was finally getting decent, and then he off.
Yeah, and he's like, "All right, I'm pacing this."
So yeah, I don't think so. I think it's under.
All right, I have no real issue with that in the end, Joel.
I think Trevor Lawrence is gonna be Phil Rivers. I'm going Jaguars under 8.5. Dysfunctional team. They're still the Jacksonville Jaguars. I saw a stat that Doug Peterson gets worse and worse every year he's with a team. You know, he comes in, they're all gun-ho and guns a-blazing, and then boop, 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 boop. So I'm going Jags under 8.5.
First of all, that is such a small sample size. That is such a small sample size. I obviously disagree with that. Like, I think they're going to make the playoffs. So well, I'm not going to shed a tear about it, but I'm going to disagree with you right here. This is the place to do it. Come on, you have Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne. Like, they'll get that. You know, they're making the playoffs if not winning division, but I don't think they'll win division. But they're making the playoffs.
8-9, buddy.
Oh my God, you're such a twat. Okay, mine. Miami Dolphins. This one hurts me. Under 10.5. I said previously I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year. They've lost a ton of talent on the defensive side. They still have Chubb there, but he tore his ACL late in the season, so he's come back at what, November, December. It's not going to be good, and he's going to be rusty on top of all that. So and as bad as I think their division is, do I think Jets could maybe steal a win off them? Yeah. Pats, no, but you know, Bills are their daddy, so I'm out on the Miami Dolphins. Disagree with that? No,
totally with you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't like that. We've been through this, but I think they just have too much talent to lose that many games, man. Come on.
Yeah, you're a Hill lover. Okay.
Although
he kills in fantasy for me.
With the new kickoff rules, Tyreek might be the best player ever.
Dude, he's not going to return their kicks, man. They're not going to risk him.
Good, he should.
H-N, man. H-N.
They might stick H-N back there, yeah.
They
they're
do
gonna
have a lot
him.
of fast guys, yeah. Fast guy city, Miami.
Track field, but they're soft, man. They're really soft. Bunch of break dancers, some sort.
Candy ass, yeah.
Candy ass. Okay, let's do NFC now. We're going to go with the overs. Joel, who do you have going over their win total in the NFC?
The Detroit Lions, over 10.5 wins. They're a good team. I think we can all agree they're a good team. I like Jared Goff. I like the pedigree that the kneecappers have. And I think they're just going to run that division for a couple years.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that since I have them as my number 1 seed. So,
can you guess what mine is? Can you? I feel like you can.
Is it going to be the Kirk Cousins-led Atlanta Falcons?
The Atlanta Falcons with the addition of Kirk Cousins to win over 9.5 games.
Oh,
okay.
Thanks for rewording that.
You know what? I can't see any more good things about this team and how much talent they have. With a good quarterback, it's going to be a fun season for Atlanta Falcons fans, and I'm on board. Choo-choo.
How many wins do you think they're going to get? Like 11? No,
I think it's going to be 10. I think it's going to be 10. They're barely going to get it, but they are.
What? I thought their over-under was at 10.5. It's at 9.5?
9.5. It's 9.5. So I think that's a pretty good line. Whether you think I'm a Kirk Cousins fanboy or not, I think that's a really good line for the Falcons.
Well, I don't think it. I know it.
And think about Bijan, too. Like, I don't know what the hell was happening last season, but you got to think that he's going to get together, or whether it was coaching decisions. Whether it's coaching decisions or not, they're going to be like, feed this guy his dues here. Let him work for it. Let him not get out of these games with a little baby headache. An aspirin and get back in the game, buddy. Come on.
I totally agree. 11 carries a game or whatever. Algiers getting like a dozen. Like, sit Algiers' fat ass on the sideline. Get Bijan in here, man. You think he's a generational running back? Like, let's go, man. Use your talent, you doink.
he was supposed to be better than Jahmyr Gibbs last season, but he just didn't get the chance to prove it. Crazy, man.
I know, and Jahmyr Gibbs also split carries, and everyone was like, Jahmyr Gibbs, he was way better as a rookie. It was absurd.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with the LA Rams over 8.5. I've already said how much I think this team's going to improve. They were in a rebuild last year. I think they're winning the division this year. I think they arguably have the best QB in the conference. They're only going to get better. So over 8.5, well, they won more than that last year and made the playoffs. And they really took lines to the wire. I think they're going to be a problem in the NFC. Over 8.5, what do you guys think about that?
Old man Stafford, he's not going to do it. He's going to break apart halfway through the season. Some other duster's going to have to take over. Season's tanked. I don't trust his health. I don't trust him anymore.
I have the Rams making the playoffs. It's kind of crazy how the Stafford-Goff trade really was like a win-win. Totally.
Yeah, that is the weirdest thing ever. Yeah. Rams got a Super Bowl out of it. Detroit is finally not an absolute joke. Yeah,
everybody's just way happier.
Yeah, Goff is happier. Stafford's happier. It's like, all right, sure. Okay, unders for the NFC. Eli, who you got?
I'm going with the Commanders under 6.5 wins. They barely scraped together 4 wins this past season with Sam Howell trying his best. How much better are they going to be with Marcus Mariota? Like, I can't see them being much better.
Wait. Eli, they're drafting a quarterback, man. Yeah, you're tripping. You're tripping balls, man. What kind of Percocets did you take, buddy?
I don't know. How much better they do with J.J. McCarthy, though?
They could draft Drake May, man.
Yeah, I'm not fully sold on Josh Allen. Nah, may as well have Drake and... I don't know, man. It's not good. It's not good.
Done.
It's not good. No. Look at the Panthers this season, buddy boy. Panthers got the number 1 overall QB in the last draft, right? What happened? Did they win a lot of games?
They have no talent. Washington, at least offensively, has talent.
Yeah, a little scary Terry action.
Sam Howell threw to yards, and he's a little dwarf.
Listen, I'm not buying it.
Gimli, son of glowing back there, was like top 5 in receiving yards.
Scary Terry, my ass, buddy. I think their defense is also pretty shite. They were one of the worst defenses in the league last season. They're not just going to magically get better.
Well, it doesn't have to be magic, but they could get better. Okay. Anyway,
I don't think so.
Okay, Joel.
Sticking in the division, the Giants, I think they're going to be poo. Under 6.5 wins.
Wow, NFC least indeed, huh?
We're going to be one of those years.
What happened to Tommy Cutlets?
I don't know, but they lost their only good player. Like, Saquon's gone. There's nobody on that offense I care for at all.
Yeah, that losing Saquon is an absolute disaster. Well, what was the win total, sorry?
6.5.
6.5? Yeah, that's a rough one. I don't see them getting 7 either. They're going to have to, at best, draft up for an absolute project of a quarterback.
They paid Daniel Jones so much money, too.
That was so dumb at the time. Everyone was like, he won a playoff game. What are you supposed to do? I was like, well, not pay him huge money would be a start because I have eyeballs. But, okay, everyone was living in their little fantasy land about Danny Dimes. Dumb as bricks. Okay, I'm going with the Niners. I've already talked about their downfall coming up here. 11.5 wins. They only won 12 this year, and they don't have on this schedule, outside of their division already, Chiefs, Lions, Packers, Bills, Miami, Dallas, not to mention inside division where they have the Rams, and Seahawks don't really give them issues, but the Kyler Murray weirdly does. I think they're taking a step back. Do I think if they get 11 wins, that's already the under, so I'm taking the Niners for the under.
I'm not going to get too mad at you for that because that line is pretty high as it is.
It's time, boys, for some trivia awards. We've only done one of these so far, and Joel took it in overtime. So, Eli?
You're going down.
No,
Are you bringing the A game? Are you bringing the A game this time?
Oh, A+, buddy. A+. S, maybe.
Buckle up here, boys. We're going to start off real easy. Which team led the NFL in points per game?
Cowboys.
49ers.
Too late and wrong. Joel, 1-0.
It was Cowboys. It's always the Cowboys.
Next, which team was the most efficient on 4th down?
Ravens.
Joel again.
Had to be.
What?
Push, buddy.
Push.
Okay, Eli, you said A game. What's this?
Joel's been right on the money first guess every time.
Okay, here we go. Next. Which team had the least turnovers?
Dude, 49ers.
Texans.
You got it. Dude, what is going on? How did you know that? Why?
Where's the cheat sheet? You sent in the cheat sheet before we started, man.
I'm impressed with CJ Stroud. I don't know.
Bro, there's something rigged here. I'm going to walk out. I'm actually walking out right now.
Yeah, they had the least with 14. By the way, the Eagles in the last one, 73%.
Yeah, you got to be
down
kidding me.
conversions. Yeah, okay. This is going to be comeback of the century.
I like a
Comeback of the
challenge.
century.
I like a challenge.
Yeah,
What can I say?
Never count out morons from Abbotsford.
Geniuses.
Number 4. Who had the most turnovers as a team?
Chicago Bears. Falcons.
Nope.
Saints.
Commanders.
Nope.
Let's do the
Yeah, you ruined your streak there.
Bills.
Nope.
Pats.
Titans.
Nope.
Jets. Giants. Patriots.
None.
Oh my goodness.
Titans.
Nope.
Browns.
Colts.
Browns. Eli's on the board.
Yes.
The Browns. Think
Yes.
about that.
Who wanted the sweep so bad?
Think about that. Texans with 14 turnovers, and the Browns had 37. Brutal.
Jeez.
Absolutely brutal.
And they added Jameis, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who is? No, he takes care of the ball. Trust me.
He's epic. I love him.
Okay, you're on drugs. Next, what team led the league in penalties?
Dolphins. Seahawks.
Broncos.
Cardinals.
Nope,
I said Bills.
you didn't. But no,
Bucks.
no,
Saints.
nope,
Panthers.
nope,
Titans.
Vikings. Oh, Eagles.
no,
This is weird.
Commanders. Giants.
neither.
Bears.
No,
What?
Bengals.
no,
Chargers.
no,
Raiders.
Rams.
No. no.
I was not the
Broncos.
Raiders.
Broncos.
No. Can I give you guys a hint?
What?
Yeah.
It's like a really, really bad team.
Jets.
Like Jets.
Oh,
You
okay.
said the Jets. I think
Why
you
didn't you
said
say that earlier?
No, you
I
didn't.
think-
I said it.
You
I
never
said it.
sniffed
I
saying
think
it.
he said Giants and Jets back to back. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you said Giants. No.
AJ, catch that one.
Who had the least penalties?
He's penalized. That means
the
the
Chiefs.
Ravens.
The Eagles.
No,
the
no,
Cowboys.
Ravens.
No, 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 no.
Texans.
No.
Okay.
Bills.
Steelers.
Lions.
No.
Saints.
Packers.
Buccaneers.
Packers.
None of those 3.
Bears.
49ers.
Rams.
Nope.
Chargers.
Why are we going with like really well coached teams? Not Chargers, but before that. No.
49ers.
Steelers.
Neither. You both already said those as well.
Blanket on every team ever, man.
The least penalized. I'll give you a slight hint. It's kind of surprising.
The Texans.
Colts.
Jaguars.
This has just become like straight
Bengals.
shooting for the moon. No.
We're just naming teams now.
Yeah.
The Falcons. The
No.
Buccaneers.
Vikings. Lions.
No. Neither of you two give 2
Rams.
teams.
Come
Neither
on.
do I. No, not the Rams.
Cardinals.
The Broncos.
No.
I've said every team in the book here.
Okay. I'm narrowing it down by half. It's an AFC team.
Oh, Patriots. Bill Belly.
Patriots, Bills,
That would
Dolphins.
have been a good guess, but no.
Bengals, Steelers, Browns. I don't remember. I keep
Chiefs.
forgetting the 4th team in every
Chiefs.
division. Chiefs,
Broncos?
Chargers, Raiders.
Oh,
Titans.
the Raiders!
I said Raiders, man.
You never said Raiders!
I
No,
said
you didn't.
Raiders.
Dude,
I said
have
Raiders.
not.
I
No, you
said
did not.
Raiders.
You did not
Even
say
Joel said
Raiders.
it.
Ravens
Last time.
18 times,
I don't
man.
know now.
Dude, how do you keep missing this, man? I said
Dude, you
Raiders
said
like early
Ravens
on.
3 times. No, that was the Ravens. AJ
AJ.
again.
AJ, did
that
I?
The
The
Chiefs.
Ravens.
The Eagles.
No,
the Cowboys.
Ravens.
No, 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 no.
Texans.
No.
Okay.
Bills.
Okay, number 7. Who was the most sacked quarterback?
Desmond Ritter.
No. What's his name? What's his nuts?
Kenny
It's been
Pickett.
so long.
Not Kenny.
Russell Wilson
I know what team it is. I just can't
Justin
think of
Herbert.
his name, bro.
It's not Herbert.
or Young.
It's not Bryce Young, no.
Oh, I was thinking Bryce Young.
Sam Howell.
Sam Howell.
Yeah.
Sam Howell sacked.
I thought for sure it was
65
Bryce Young.
times. Eli, you have to get this. You have to get this.
No.
Well, don't me, you lippy. Who had the longest rush of the season?
Justin
HN.
Bijan.
No.
Jerome
Algier.
Ford.
What is it, you and Jerome
Nick-
Ford? No.
Nick Chubb.
Saquon Barkley.
Nope.
Tyreek Hill. Does that count as a?
No. I'll make it easier, and it's a running back.
Okay.
And kickoff returns don't
McCaffrey.
count.
Christian McCaffrey.
Oh my God, who's the Texans running back.
Devin Singletary.
Zach Moss.
James Cook.
Not Zach Moss. It's not James Cook.
Jonathan Taylor. It's still not Jonathan.
Derrick Henry.
It's not Derrick Henry.
Pacheco.
Absolutely not. No.
Gus
Come on. Gus Bus. No.
Elijah Mitchell.
Nope. Elijah Mitchell. What a wild one.
Yeah,
Tony
weird.
Pollard.
Tony Pollard sucks balls. No.
Jameer Gibbs. Jameer Gibbs. No.
Not Jameer Gibbs.
Miles Sanders.
Come on.
Kyron Williams.
Not Kyron Williams.
James Conner.
Khalif Raymond. Is he a wide receiver?
That's a wide receiver, yeah. It's a good running back. It's not Kamara.
Etienne.
Nope.
Mixon.
Nope.
Gus Bus.
Joel already said that. No.
Mostert.
Not Mostert.
Eckler.
Not Eckler.
Said everyone in the
Actually
books.
sucks as
You
a
damn
rushing.
fool.
I already said this one, man.
Oh, Montgomery.
I'm gonna cut in half. It's an AFC team, AFC player.
Josh Jacobs.
No.
No, it's on the Broncos. Is that
Please no, I forget the running back's name.
Cortland Sutton?
That's a wide receiver, my friend.
Russell Wilson.
The goddamn running back.
Najee Harris.
It is not Najee Harris. Not a chance in hell.
He's not good either. Yeah.
L'Jarius Sneed.
No,
This guy doesn't even know any more running backs' names, Joel. Like, this should be easy for you to run away
I'm
with.
forgetting teams, bro. That's my issue. I don't remember any of the teams.
Both of you just open up the teams so you can call them out.
Yeah, you said we can open up teams?
Or just go division by division in your brain. Come on.
I literally forget the fourth one in every division.
Get this done, guys.
I'm looking at teams. Shut up.
I'm trying to think here, man. Who is that duster, man?
Solid running back.
Etienne. You already said him?
It's not Etienne.
Said.
Eli said him.
Samaje Perine.
Not a snowball's chance in hell.
Bro, like, come on, man. This isn't fun.
The
Javonte
starting
Williams.
running back. It's not Javonte Williams. It is a starting running back.
Not Mostert.
Okay.
James Cook?
Not James Cook.
How?
Brees Hall.
Brees Hall.
Yes. I knew it.
I can't believe that Eli survived after all that.
I knew it.
Brees Hall. Yeah, Brees Hall with an 83-yard rush. My lord.
I should have got that earlier.
Absolutely brutal.
I feel like he didn't play half the year.
Dude, he played, man. There's Dalvin Cook on that team who didn't do shit.
You would have never got that. You didn't even think he was playing.
Okay, 5-4. Eli's still in it, but still has to get this one right to stay alive. When it comes to points allowed per game, which defense was the worst?
Chicago Bears.
No.
Panthers.
Commanders.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we're in business, baby. We're in business.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah, Commanders were the worst at 13.5.
You piece of
5-4 for Joe.
Or me.
Okay, so question 10 then, Eli. So you're still in sudden death, buddy. Which team was the best when it comes to point differential?
The Ravens.
The Bills.
Bills. What are you, crazy?
Yeah, dude. There's outscoring opponents like nobody's.
No.
It has to be the
Lions.
Oh, sorry guys. I said point differential. My bad. Turnover differential.
Oh my god.
Turnover differential.
Turnover, yeah.
The Chiefs.
Cowboys.
Chiefs, no. Cowboys, no.
Oh wow.
Lions.
I was about to lose from the Cowboys.
No.
Rams. Browns.
Neither.
Steelers.
Yes.
The Texans. No.
Way. No way.
Get that garbage out of here. Come on.
No matter what, Elo's come back all the way.
Now. Give me a challenge, Joel.
In turnover differential at plus 11.
Yes, sir.
This might be an all-time choke job, but
yes, sir.
Still a chance here. Okay, get ready here. Buckle up. Which team had the most touchdowns?
Chiefs, the Cowboys.
Ravens.
Cowboys. No way. After all that.
You're stupid. You're feeding him Cowboy questions, man.
Dude, he wasn't even invested in last season, man. Like, it's crazy.
It's always the Cowboys.
I was worried when he answered the first Cowboys question so fast.
That's not fair. And you rigged that, man.
Bookended the Cowboys there.
Gives him the Cowboys one.
Wait. You guys want to do another one? Is it rigged?
You could give me a Seahawks one. Like, who's the quarterback of the Seahawks? Gino. Seriously, man.
The quarterback is not the. I could give you a Seahawks stat and you would be lost in translation, dude.
No, I would translate it pretty easily.
I'd be like, no, I'm talking about a team.
I can translate it pretty easily, buddy.
You don't get no. Listen, you got enough wrong before that to not even be in that situation. Okay, so you.
I got enough right to be in sudden death. So
yeah, but you blew it. So that's it.
I blew it on a giveaway.
Joel is up. Yeah, you gave it away. Joel is up 2-0 in Trivia Wars. Eli, don't go down 3-0 next time. You need to get off to a fast start.
No, don't tell me what to do. This is rigged from the start. Everyone comment down below if you think Lucas rigged that.
Yeah, comment. Let us know. AJ, get a little poll going or something.
Yeah, pull that.
Okay, that's it. That's enough for us here on the Almost Sunday podcast. See you next week. Like and subscribe. I dare you.
Hasta luego.